Our top stories tonight include exciting events on Clemson's campus, as well as national news regarding the 30th year memorial of the Rwanda genocide. All here on Clemson News Now. Thank you for joining us. I'm Brian Warner.
And I'm Rachel Golden.
Clemson got the special chance to see an almost total solar eclipse this past Monday on April 8th. Organizations on campus offered many different events and gatherings to celebrate the occasion. Many on-campus dorms held watch parties right outside the dorms with food and drinks. Kynard Laboratory of Physics celebrated by passing out solar eclipse glasses to allow students to view the eclipse safely. They also brought out their telescope from the astronomy department for a much closer look. Tons of students gathered at Kynard to see the amazing event as well as learn the science behind it from the professors in attendance. In further celebration of the event, students lined up in front of Kynard to have a specially made nitrogen ice cream. It was made of frozen slabs showcased where everyone could see the process. What's crazier than nitrogen ice cream? The fact that Clemson won't be seeing another solar eclipse until August of 2044.
April 7th marked 30 years since the start of the Rwanda genocides in 1994. The genocide was against the Tutsis minority in Rwanda by the Hutu militia. Within 100 days of its start, it wiped out over 800,000 Tutsis. Men, women, and children were all affected by this event, as genocide saw no mercy taken upon anyone. Now, 30 years later, the world comes together to reflect on this time in history. UNESCO's World Heritage Committee held a ceremony at its headquarters in Paris to honor the victims and recall the horrors that went on during those 100 days. The event included survivor testimonies, a speech by the Assistant General of Education at UNESCO, and a performance under the direction of Rwandan artist Yannick Nadali. UNESCO has also posted a memorial page on their website with more information about the genocide, as well as a space to honor the victims.
On Thursday, April 4th, Clemson's Chi Omega sorority hosted their annual philanthropy event, Wings for Wishes. The proceeds go to their philanthropy, the Make-A-Wish Foundation, to help kids with critical illnesses. 2 weeks leading up to the event itself, members of the sorority participated in multiple tabling events. They sold donuts, carnations, and cookies throughout the week. They also had a Chi-O where Clemson students could pay to pie one of the Chi Omega girls at the table. At the actual Wings for Wishes event, people of the Clemson community paid $5 for entry into the quad, where members of Chi-O passed out wings to everyone in attendance. While eating, attendees could also watch the wing eating competitions that took place every few minutes. Participants who signed up beforehand were challenged to eat as many chicken wings as they could in 20 seconds. Competitors included many friends and supporters of Chi Omega girls, as well as members of the fraternities here at Clemson. This is Chi-O's biggest philanthropic event of the year, and they were able to raise $30,662. Chi Omega posted a statement on Instagram saying each gift to Make-A-Wish is a heartfelt embrace, gently lifting the spirits of brave young souls on their journey. We are beyond pleased and still smiling about the wonderful turnout this year.
Continuing on with news in Tigertown, Patrick, how are Clemson sports looking this week?
Thanks, Rachel. Like our students on campus, our sports team have had their hands full as of late. Let's start on the diamond with a pretty familiar foe for Clemson as the freshman. Julia Nowler gives the Tigers an early lead with a solo shot to center. On the flip side, USC trying to get on the board, but check out this web gem by Mackenzie Clark, putting her body on the line to make the grab. These Tigers clearly want some revenge, as Maddie Moore continues the scoring with some Oppo Taco action, flexing on them and stomping on the plate with authority. And it doesn't stop. Millie Thompson getting out of a pinch with a filthy changeup. And check out that power walk too. The Gamecocks not able to get anything going, as Clemson evens out the series with a statement win. And Thompson just strutting out like a boss. Clearly, the 12-inning thriller was on the Tigers' mind as Clemson improves to 28-11. Clemson football held their annual spring game last week, and a big story coming in is how will Cade Klubnik play as an upperclassman? With 7 stars returning with him and another year under Garrett Riley, expectations are now through the roof for the third-year quarterback. Now, Klubnik is no stranger to adversity on the gridiron, as Coach Swinney mentioned how those tough times will eventually pay dividends for number 2.
Probably the biggest thing, I just think his awareness situationally has really improved. And I just think it's a product of the game has slowed down from him. He's been through some battles. He's just got some experience. And, he's kind of come out the other side bruised and scarred and calloused. Now he's got a little different perspective, and that's serving him well. He's just kind of transforming, and maturing right before our eyes. And I think he's going to make a lot of big plays, have a lot of big wins for his time is up here at Clemson.
Clemson Gymnastics recently finished their inaugural season in the NCAA, and despite a first-round exit, Team 1 defied the odds, from full-capacity crowds to empowering the next generation. Along with that, they featured the ACC Newcomer of the Year, Lily Lippett, ACC Coach of the Year, Amy Smith, and 4 regional qualifiers. While a huge success, Smith will have a lot to work with again, as 23 out of 24 gymnasts will be back next spring. Season tickets are already on sale, and with 4 sellout crowds at Littlejohn, go get them while supplies last. Back to you, Rachel.
A new addition to the R1 parking lot on Kite Hill is underway after lots of planning. The never-ending construction on campus continues as workers started the expansion of the lot about 3 weeks ago. The lot will be served by a new green route bus, which will pick up students and bring them to campus. The lot will include 320 spaces, which is about 119 more than before. The parking lot will be used for student parking on game days in order to preserve more room for fans in the lots closer to the stadium. The construction is projected to end in August of this year, just in time for school.
Clemson University has initiated legal action against the Atlantic Coast Conference, better known as the ACC, challenging what it deems as exorbitant exit fees. The university contends that these fees impede their ability to explore alternative conference affiliations. In response, the ACC has countersued Clemson, asserting the validity of the exit fees and accusing the university of breaching contractual agreements. This legal showdown has sparked intense debate within the collegiate sports community, with stakeholders closely monitoring the proceedings for potential ramifications on conference dynamics and college athletic programs.
Moving on to our weather department, Alex, what's the forecast looking for this week?
Well, Rachel, as we transition into the last week of school, the weather for next week continues to be consistently warm with highs in the 80s and lows in the upper 60s. On Monday and Tuesday, it will consist of sunny skies with a 4% chance of rain. On Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, it will be partly sunny with a chance of rain. The weekend will leave us with showers and a slight decrease in temperature with highs in the mid-70s. That's all I have for you today, Tigers. Good luck on your exams. Back to you.
As we all know, final exams are just around the corner. To end the episode, we thought we'd share a few study tips for big exams. While memorizing your notes, tap your fingers in a rhythmic pattern. This helps your brain recall information during times of stress. Similar to this, chew gum while studying, and then make sure to chew the same gum while taking your exam. You can also try clenching your fists while studying, then again while recalling information on your tests. Another method is writing out and memorizing the first letter of every word in a sentence you want to memorize. The most important thing is to take a few deep breaths, relax, and believe in yourself and your abilities. You got this, Tigers. Keep up the great work.
Now that concludes our last episode of the semester. We'd like to thank everyone who's contributed so much to making these shows possible, especially the crew back there, Zach, Caitlin, Brad, Connor. You guys are the best. Thank you guys for making this place home for me and Rachel the past 2 years. And it's just crazy how time flies, right?
I know. Like the fact that we're already seniors and we're graduating, like I'm like getting sad, you guys. It's crazy.
But seriously, and just enjoy every second you guys have in here because, like Rachel said, time flies.
Like a blink of an
Anyways,
eye.
I'm Patrick Driscoll.
And I'm Rachel Golden, Clemson News Now.